They got to remember one thing. Are they better at me than at this? No, they're not. I will, man. Okay. Okay. Yeah, okay. So, also, don't wait until New Year's. Start now. If you celebrate holidays, I advise doing your research and see why I might not celebrate holidays. But if you do, I can't tell you what to do. Use them as cheat days. You can still diet starting right now. And then Thanksgiving, that's a cheat day. A month later, Christmas, that's a cheat day. Week later, New Year's, that's another cheat day. By the time New Year's, you done lost X amount of pounds. Are you going to lose the same 10 pounds as I am? You're most likely going to lose double, probably almost triple that amount. If you do the right things, all right? So, and let me know if you need help knowing what the right things are, all right? So, and yes, there's different ways of doing stuff, but a lot of people try everything except the main things, all right? If you need to know what the bread and butter main things are, hit me up. So, my plan is for New Year's to be shredded or as close to shredded as I can get by the time then. If I only got 10 pounds to lose, I can get shredded. But as I do it, I always tell people to lose weight slowly. I'm going to lose weight super fast, all right? I'm going to lose weight super fast. If all I got to lose is about 10 pounds, give or take, I can lose that super fast without having to worry about the things that I tell people to lose it slowly for, right? If I weighed 100 pounds, if I have to lose 100 pounds compared to 10, that's 10 times more. That's way different. That's a whole different, I would take a whole different approach, all right? A lot of people burn themselves out and or get injured because they're trying to rush things, right? And they get frustrated, they hit a brick wall, they hit a plateau, they get stuck. They use all of their pieces in the beginning and they have nowhere to go. That's why people fail their diet. They cut out all their they cut out all the bad foods, they cut out all the foods that's gonna make them crave for those foods, and they're gonna end up binging on those foods later, or they cut their calories in half, then they're starving and they can't take it no more and they eat. You know, they lose 30 pounds and gain 60. They end up with a worse than when they started before because they don't pace themselves. Well, how do you pace yourself? Math. Math is the way. Counting your calories is not a chore. Counting your calories seems like it's too much for most people. Counting your calories equals freedom. You get freedom from counting your calories. Freedom from counting your calories. What do I mean by that? If I'm on a calorie, the amount of calories you're eating in a day is a budget, right? It's just like money. If you're smart with your money, it's not that hard to transition into being smart with your calories. All right? You know you got X amount of dollars. You know you can spend this, that, and the third. You pay this bill, that bill, and then you got this left and that left. Same thing with your calories. If I'm shooting for 2,000 calories, that's way too low for me right now, but let's say I'm just using it for easy math. If I'm shooting for 2,000 calories and clean foods, I ate 1,500 calories. I got 500 calories left. Got a little bit of freedom. Not much, a little bit of freedom. If I ate nothing but dirty food and stayed under that 2,000 calories, I'll still lose weight. Do I recommend that? No, absolutely not, because you're not getting your nutrients. You're not getting the nutrients you need, your fibers, your fats, your healthy fats, you might be getting fats and carbs, of course, if you're eating dirty food, but you're not getting the healthy ones. You're not getting your fiber. You're not probably getting enough protein. You're not getting enough vitamins, minerals. You're not, because those dirty foods don't contain that like that. If you're just eating dirty food and worried about the calories, you can still lose weight. It's simple math. Calories in, calories out. How many calories am I eating compared to how many calories I'm burning per day? If I'm burning more calories than I'm eating, I'm going to lose weight. Vice versa. Gain weight if I'm eating more calories than I'm burning. A lot of people, I don't eat much. Okay, are you tracking? A lot of people don't think they're eating much, and they tell me this, and they be eating 1,000 some calories worth of candy and chips in my face while they're telling me they don't eat a lot. All I ate today was this and that and third. They think about their breakfast, but they're eating while they're telling me this. Like, no, that's not all you ate today, motherfucker. You eating right now. Then you're going to eat again later, and that's cool. If you knew the math, you can do it. And When I'm dieting, I eat all day, the whole day. From when I wake up to when I go to bed. And I still lose weight. How? Counting my calories. Making sure I'm not going over. Eating lower calorie foods. Eating higher volume dense foods. Things that fill me up with low calories. Making sure I'm eating enough protein. Making sure I'm satiated. And I'm also moving. Alright? And I'm also moving. So my plans is to get shredded. But everybody knows that I've been on a strength, trying to bring my strength back to where it used to be. And I'm well on my way. Pound for pound, I think I'm better. Besides my squat. The squat sucks. But it got potential and it's coming. It's gonna double. I'm telling you, I promise. The heaviest I've squatted lately was like 345, I think. Three something. Less than 350, I know that. 400 is right around the corner once I put squat back on the front burner. And then some. 500 is not gonna be hard to do. All right, that's here and there. I'm not saying I'm gonna do that during New Year's. No, that's not gonna. I don't mean to doubt myself, but that's not even what I'm trying to do. If I was trying to do that, that'd be stupid. That's ego lifting. And then I could put 600 pounds on the bar right now and squat the way most people squat and do this. Only going down 1 inch. Or it moved. I did a squat. No, you man, quit. We don't do that over here. All right? So, that's my plan, is to get as strong as I possibly can right now and maintain that strength during my cut and still be that strength during my shreddedness. Am I going to lose a couple pounds of strength? Maybe, most likely. But I know how to keep my strength on a cut. A lot of people say it's impossible. Because people think this stuff is impossible that you never tried to do and you never looked into how to do it. You never even got the experience of doing it. You see people, then you start talking and then you think things, you guess things, you automatically right in your own head, so you must be right. Right? I never understand that. But don't wait until New Year's. Comment, like, subscribe, and share. Watch my top 10 misconceptions about weight loss video so you can learn what if you've been trying to lose weight and you have not, that means you have misconceptions about weight loss. You got things that you think are true that are not. And I'm debunking those things in this free YouTube video. You already on my channel. You already watching YouTube. Also, don't wait until New Year's. Watch my New Year's playlist so you can learn what to do before New Year's. Peace. All right, y'all. We're going to talk about it. Dependency. Being dependent. And I realized something about my last 2 workouts. I realized something, right? My first workout, I had a problem. My second workout, I had a different problem. But they was 2 totally different workouts. The first workout was the day before yesterday. And the other workout was yesterday. And the day before yesterday, I didn't have any pre-workout. I ran out. I didn't have my headphones because my phone right there that I'm using right now, my phone kind of messed up, so it wasn't charging, and my wireless it was so dead that it wouldn't charge, right? So it took more than 24 hours for me to charge my phone, and it taught me, don't let this phone die. I need a new phone too. Also, I need to, transition to using cameras and stuff and all that, you know what I'm saying? But that's neither here nor there. So what happened was, I had no pre-workout, I had no phone, I had no music, all right? So my workout, I pushed through it, but I couldn't film it. But my workout, all in all, sucked. It didn't suck, but at the same time, my workout yesterday, I had another problem, but I had all those things. I had my phone, I recorded my last video. I had my headphones, I had my music, I had pre-workout, right? So, but I still had a problem. What was the problem? I drove to Charleston. Y'all don't know where I'm at. Y'all don't know how far Charleston, South Carolina is from here. About 4 hours there, right? Stayed in the car for about an hour. Had to do what I had to do. And then 4 hours back. Took a nap. So, kind of like jet lag, but driving. In my opinion, it's worse than jet lag. Because you're actually, you know what I'm saying? You're on a plane, you can sleep a little bit. You can, you know what I'm saying? So, you're in a car, driving hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of miles, go home, took a nap, woke up, took pre-workout, and all this. Even let me rewind a little bit. After I left from Charleston, I had to buy the pre-workout. I had to do all the things, get everything in place, because I knew after I woke up, I was going to go hit the gym, right? So I wanted to get that out the way so I could have a nice day. And that's what happened. I went to the gym. Wasn't expecting much. I did 1,000 pounds on my SBD day. 1,000 pounds. That's light for me. All right. I only did a 455 deadlift. That's 100 pounds less than my max. I did a 300-pound bench press. That's exactly what I'm shooting for right now. And we're going to talk about that in the math-based fitness portion of this video. But I want to talk to y'all about me being dependent, right? And I did 245 squat just to finish off that. Those added up was 1,000 pounds. 455, 300, and 245. Yeah. 1,000 pounds even, right? Which is easy weight for me. But the day before yesterday, I wouldn't have been able to do it. Even though that's easy weight for me, I would not have been able to do it without my music, my pre-workout, and my headphones. Which tells me that I am too dependent on my headphones, my pre-workout, and my music, and my phone. That's another thing. Knowing that I'm doing these good sets, or the best sets of that day, knowing that I could not record them, meant something. It did something to the workout. It crippled the workout. Right? I still pushed through it. Still had to do it. Just like yesterday, SBD day, I should be pushing for 1,200 or more. I got 1,000. I was satisfied. I knew I had that long day, so I knew not to really expect much, but go in there and do what I can. The difference was I had my stuff, which means I'm too dependent. That's a good thing, but I mean I'm too dependent on that stuff, which is a bad thing. So what I have decided to do is have a few workouts, maybe a few workouts where I don't listen to music. Maybe a few workouts that I'm gonna try to record most of my workouts. I got a lot to explain in my math-based fitness. So I need them workouts to be recorded and posted. All right. So a few workouts where I do less pre-workout or a weaker pre-workout. The pre-workout I usually use is like 300 milligrams of caffeine and all kind of other stimulants. You got beta-alanine and all that. So pretty stemmed up pre-workouts, right? So instead of doing a scoop or sometimes even a scoop and a half, I might do 3/4 of a scoop. You know what I'm saying? Or I might just get on some weaker pre-workout here and there, 200 milligrams or something like that. And I'm probably gonna still do a scoop and a half and get that 300. No, I'm gonna have to teach. I'm gonna tell myself not to do it. All right. So it's all about noticing when you're dependent. All right. I don't want to be too dependent on anything. All right. Not if it's a good thing, bad thing, whatever. I know I'm not taking too much caffeine throughout the day because I make sure that the rest of if I have a high stimulant, high caffeine pre-workout, the rest of the day I'm gonna make sure I don't have that. I'm gonna monitor my caffeine to make sure I'm not going well over a gram of caffeine or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? 1,000 milligrams of caffeine or like that. You know, there are days where I get probably 1,200 or 1,300 grams of caffeine, but it is what it is, and it ain't what it ain't. And that's very rare. That's probably like 3 times a year. All right. So that's out the way. I'm just explaining that I need to not be so dependent. All right. It's very easy to get dependent. Music. Right? Like I say, you could be dependent on music too. When I first started lifting, I never used to use headphones in the gym. It didn't bother me at all. Somebody told me, "Yo, you got to put your headphones on, man. I'm telling you, man, it changed the game." And I was like, yeah. And it did. Because once you get to listening to the music you listen to that turns you up when you're working out, it is a game changer. But if you get too dependent on it, if every workout you turned up to this hyped up music or whatever you listening to, I don't know what you're listening to. All right, you can't get dependent on it. Once you forget your headphones or something, your phone breaks or anything happens, you leave your phone at home or your music player or whatever. If you don't have another way to get that music playing, it can mess your workout up. All right, because working out is a vibe. All right, so I said pre-workout. I said that my phone recording. Looking up stuff, thinking about how many views I'm getting, who's doing this and not doing what. So sometime in between sets, I don't spend a lot of time on my phone. But when I'm in between sets, I'm one of them guys that I'll be on my phone in between sets. A lot of people think that's bad. Depends on what kind of workout you're doing. If I'm doing heavy deadlifts, I need a couple minutes in between sets. If I'm lifting heavy bench press, squat, whatever, I need a couple minutes in between sets. This isn't cardio. This isn't Pilates. This isn't whatever. This ain't that. That ain't this and this ain't that. And no disrespect to that, but I'm just saying it's two different things. So your time in between your sets is going to be different. So let's get into the math-based. What is math-based fitness, all right? I kind of started it as a joke because, you know, science-based fitness is dying off. I'm not even going to name names in this video. I've been doing that too much because that's not even really me. I don't know what I'm doing. But so science-based fitness is being debunked. A lot of the science-based guys, especially the ones at the top, they're getting seen as frauds, you know what I'm saying? So they're getting seen as frauds and, you know, wolves in the sheep's clothing, I call them, watch out for the wolves. They're getting exposed. So science-based fitness is falling off. So I seen an obvious thing in math-based fitness then. It could be on the rise. You know what I'm saying? But even though it's a joke, it's facts. Everything is math, all right? For instance, I've been bulking for the last couple months. I'm not fat though. How am I not fat if I'm bulking? Numbers. I'm still tracking my calories. Loosely, not as tight as I was when I was cutting, but I'm still tracking my calories, all right? The next month or so, I say about 3 weeks, I'm going to stop counting calories. I don't recommend that. I'm just going to stop doing it because I'm about to start cutting probably around rough draft, probably around Thanksgiving. I don't celebrate, so it's easy for me. Everybody else having their plates and their feast and their, you know what I'm saying, whatever they eating for Thanksgiving. I might not eat nothing. I might do a 24-hour fast on Thanksgiving. You know, it is what it is. I might not. But I'm just saying, I'm thinking that I'm going to start my cut. I haven't made up my mind 100% yet. I'm going to start my cut then, Thanksgiving, right? So I got Christmas a month later, New Year's a couple weeks after that. So I got about a month and a half. About a month and a half to lose, I say about 15 pounds. Yeah, probably a little less than 15 pounds. I haven't really weighed myself on the house scale in the morning. You know how you actually supposed to weigh yourself. I've been weighing myself at the gym. That's not how you weigh yourself. Weighing yourself at the house when you first wake up and weighing yourself anywhere else, even the doctor, the hospital, the clinic, or wherever you weigh yourself at, that is different than waking up before you eat anything. You go to the bathroom, you ain't got much clothes on, you're weighing yourself. See, that's the difference. When you weigh yourself out and about, you got on clothes, even if they lightweight, you got on shoes, socks, drawers, shirt, shorts. These are all lightweight things. Do-rag. I don't know what everybody wear. I'm just saying, I'm naming things I'm wearing, right? And I'm holding my phone when I'm recording a video of me working out and showing people how much I weigh that day in the gym. So, you know what I'm saying? Did I already have eaten food, already had something to drink? So that adds up to a couple pounds. That's probably about 7 pounds. And yesterday I weighed 185. So if you minus 7 pounds of that, my guesstimation is math, right? It's math. So if you minus 7 pounds from that, that's what? 178? Yeah, I think so. So I might be actually 178. Which tells me I only got like 8 pounds to lose. I'm going to give myself more than that because I really don't. I think I got more to lose than 8. About 10 pounds, give or take, right? So a month and a half for me to lose 10 pounds is very easy. One guy told me, you can't get ripped by starting on Thanksgiving and get ripped by New Year's. We're not in the same boat, all right? No disrespect to dude, but he had way more body fat than me. You can't get ripped by New Year's. I can. I'm just saying. Not bragging or boasting. I worked hard for this. Right? So, math-based fitness, everything is math. The way I explain my goals and how I'm going to lift this and how much and it always pans out every time. When I told everybody I'm going to get back to 300 and something on bench press, I'm going to get back to mid-threes before I start this cut. That's a month away. I'm going to get back to my mid-3s in a month. Do kind of sound far-fetched if you think about that I only lift 300 even. But if you factor in the fact that that wasn't a max, I could do more than 300 even. I could do probably more than 315 right now at 185 pounds, at 180 pounds, 78 pounds, whatever. I don't even know what I weigh. I could still do 315 at that light body weight, right? And yes, there's people that's lighter than me that could do that and more. I'm speaking on me, right? So, math-based fitness, right? Calculating things, counting your calories, checking your weight. Everything is numbers, all right? Everything is, so it's truth to it, all right? It was a gag at first, but then it's like, I need to go ahead and dial this in for somebody else try to steal it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's so obvious. I expect somebody to still steal it or use it, because they can't steal it. Now I got X amount of videos already. When they videos blow up, I want them to actually. When they videos blow up, I'm going to blow up with it, because it's the same thing. And I pioneered this, right? So, math-based fitness is on the rise. I got to do some writing. I got to iron it out, you know what I'm saying? But if somebody